a tarot reflection with the Sun and Moon tarot. The question for this reading is, how do I get through? The cards are Ten of Swords, Ruin, Princess of Pentacles, King of Swords, and the overall energy is Five of Swords, Defeat. The overall energy colors the whole spread. Five of Swords. Defeat gives the reading an atmosphere of resistance, conflict, or a sense of not winning in the usual way, but the figure is still standing. So defeat here does not have to mean the end. It may be the condition one has to move through. The aftertaste of struggle, the sharp air after conflict, the moment where pride, fear, or disappointment is still present. This makes the question more precise. How do I get through when the atmosphere already feels like defeat? The reading begins with the Ten of Swords. In this deck, the figure does not lie on solid ground. The body is upside down, caught in a cloud with swords gathered around it. A cloud may look soft, but it is not a floor. It cannot hold weight. So this card gives a strong image of what can happen when the mind tries to stand on thoughts alone. Too many ideas, too many fears, too many imagined endings, and no ground under the feet. Then, in the middle of the spread, the color changes. The Princess of Pentacles stands under a warm yellow sky on green ground, with small pale flowers in front of her. Her red dress brings warmth, body, and a small spark of passion. Enough life to begin with something real. Her hair or braid seems to lift into the air, almost as if the wind is moving through the card. And with so many swords in the spread, that matters. The air is still there. The thoughts are still moving, but she is standing on earth. And her attention seems to go toward the flowers in front of her. Not the whole sky, not all the swords. Just the small, living thing nearby. She is small compared with the sword cards, but she changes the temperature of the whole reading. She does not fight the swords. She does not explain the sky. She brings something else. A coin, a body, a small piece of earth. The Princess of Pentacles is a court card, so she can also be read as a character in the spread. She's not the expert, she is not the final answer, she is the beginner who still knows how to begin. She is doing something that has value for her. The coin is not just an object. It is something she holds with attention. Something worth learning, tending, or protecting. The small pale flowers bring the card back to earth, seasons, and simple growth. Something does not have to be big to be meaningful. She is the practical interruption, but also the reminder that meaning can begin in a small, concrete act. The card that says, stop floating, stop falling through the cloud, and hold something real. On the right is the King of Swords. He rides forward on a white horse. The white horse gives the King of Swords movement and force. He is not just thinking, he is moving with the thought. But the horse has no visible reins. So the king is not controlling the horse by force. He is riding with it. This card may show the kind of clarity that does not stay in the head. It moves through balance, trust, and inner direction. The King of Swords is also a court card. He can represent the mature mind, the part that can think clearly, choose words, make decisions, and steer the energy forward. But in this spread, he should not stand alone. Without the Princess of Pentacles, the king can become too much head, too much air, too much pressure. The princess brings the coin. The king rides with the force. Together, they suggest a way through. Clear thinking, but with something real to stand on. So, how do I get through? Maybe not by adding one more thought to the pile. The Ten of Swords is already floating in too much air. The cloud looks soft, but it is not something to stand on. So the way through may be smaller and more physical. Find the coin. Look at what is in the hand. Put one foot on the floor. Do one thing that belongs to the real day. The Princess of Pentacles does not solve the whole sky. She brings a small piece of earth. And the flowers remind us that something may already be growing there. The King of Swords can help the thought move forward, but the Princess of Pentacles keeps it from floating away. Too many swords. Find the coin. May this offer a quiet moment of reflection.